Police shootings have made headlines across the country this year, many times leading to massive protests. But could a technique known as community policing help bridge that divide between law enforcement and the public? ABC 7's Kate Flexter is joining us now with more on how it's being used here on the Suncoast. Kate.
Well, Haley, community policing is a concept that's been around for a while, but in an era of digital media, it continues to change.
Across the country, tensions are high between some law enforcement agencies and the communities they police, following several high-profile deaths of African-American men at the hands of officers, as well as instances of community members targeting law enforcement. Manatee County's NAACP President Rodney Jones says those instances have left a taste of mistrust in many communities.
I think people are a little reluctant because relationships have been so poor for such a long period of time.
But for Jones, it's an opportunity to reevaluate and mend relations with law enforcement.
Really, there is no other way to build unless they see you being an active part of the community outside of the vehicles, you know, talking to kids, getting to know the neighbors. I think that is the best way.
50 miles south at Northport Police Department, Assistant Chief Mike Pelfrey says he can't understand how it got to this point in the country.
I think in some of the bigger cities, people are actually fearful of their local police department, and that I don't know what to say about that. I don't know how it got that bad.
But he says in Northport, it's a different story. The department taking active steps to build and maintain trust with the community. The biggest thing, he says, getting out of the car and talking to locals.
It's much more personal. Instead of the car going by with a cop inside the car, many times we'll get waved down or we'll just stop, and just to get to know people on a one-on-one. I'm just not the guy going by in a black and white car.
The Bradenton Police Department recently implemented something similar called Walkin' the Beat, an effort to get police officers out of their patrol cars and meeting people. It's all part of a concept known as community policing. In short, that means knowing the community you are policing and using those relationships to help solve and prevent crimes. It's by no means a new concept, but over the years it's transformed, especially in an era of social media where officers can engage and enlist the help of community members.
We rely on the community for information. Our social media, our Facebook and Twitter, we'll get a video, we'll get information, he'll put it out on social media, and I'm amazed how quickly people pick up on that and say, hey, that's so-and-so.
Caitlin Johnston handles community affairs for the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. A large part of her job is social media for the agency, which she says makes law enforcement more accessible and approachable.
It's another, avenue for us to communicate with people instantly. So, for example, on our Facebook page, we have citizens who contact us with a complaint via Facebook message. Well, I shoot that up the chain of command. I talk to a sergeant, and the next thing you know, there's a lieutenant or someone higher who's knocking on a door.
But beyond that, she says it's a great way to build that trust between the community and those policing it.
Of course, we used it for safety messaging, traffic crashes, things like that. But more importantly, it's a medium to really tell the public who the men and women in uniform are.
A quick look at the Sheriff's Office Facebook page and you'll see pictures of deputies going through training, visiting elementary schools, enjoying time with their families. It's showing that human and compassionate side of law enforcement that's perhaps the most crucial part of community policing.
As much as we try to keep the community safe, there are people that are praying for our safety as well, and for the men and women who wear the uniform every day. So again, any opportunity we have to connect with the public on a higher level is one that we take full advantage of.
And all of the agencies that we spoke to say that community policing has always been and will continue to be a top priority.
Well, thank you, Kate.